Recording. Can you hear me now, ladies and gentlemen?
Possibly.
I probably should have.
You should have named your stream test.
Probably. Can you hear me now, ladies and gentlemen? Recording. Can you hear me now, ladies and gentlemen?
Is it going to loop? Possibly. So you don't actually need that one up anymore, because I didn't realise you was going to have YouTube chat with it.
That's incredibly quiet for me.
You sure you wasn't just hearing that?
No. I could hear, but it was just low, very low.
Right, but so could I, because it was through that. Right, yeah. You with me?
Yeah.
So if you minimise your browser.
Oh no, I'm stuck in this tab again.
Key.
What the hell? I minimise it, it jumps back to this screen.
Weird.
Look.
Yeah, weird.
Now I'm locked.
Okay, just press your Windows key. Type in sound.
How do I make that appear on the other monitor?
That's hard to do. Sound control panel.
But it's not big, it's only the game's still on the... Still in the game.
Yeah, it will be, because you've got it set to game, not screen.
That's a good point.
So, sound control panel. Top right.
My playback is set to my headphones.
No, it's not. It's set to the monitor. So right click that monitor. Disable. There you go. And that's what is that your mixer?
That's what. Well, no, it's not the mixer anymore. That's directly through my tower.
Okay. So yeah, go back to game. See if you can hear what you need to hear.
Yeah, that's better.
And then if you go to your desktop audio on your OBS, just want to make sure that's picking up your game.
Everyone said they could hear the game.
Right, but we just changed it back from that to your headset.
Oh, that's a good point.
Oh no, it should still be the same actually. Should be alright.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Desktop audio.
Alright. And then yeah, you can just get ideas from chat whether
it is loud. Is that better? Too loud?
Or what?
This is just a test, everybody. Obviously, my first time streaming. I am just getting everything working, but I do potentially plan to go live tomorrow properly. But what's the audio like? Can everyone hear it nice and clear? Is it all right? Okay.
Pop yourself into. Oh, you probably can't. Spoilers. And so you need to pop into a game or something to test what it's like when you run around or.
I could probably just load one of my test files. I don't think I've got anything in there. Oh yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
That's gonna take some getting used to.
Actually, you might want to swap the chat in place of where the monitor is, so it's a bit. You don't have to look so far for chat, you know. Just like.
Oh, what? Like swap these around?
Yeah. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't need this. Just closed a dockable window. Okay, thanks. Game is high, voice is low. Oh yeah, still loading.
What's your mic into? Is it your mic into that?
Mic's into the audio receiver, yeah. But the output is from the power tower, hence I think that was causing my issues.
Yeah.
Was the output was coming through there.
Yeah, so your headset is working just through that?
Yes, it was. But it's also very quiet for me on editing.
You might be able to turn it up through Windows. It might be set low.
Sorry, I'm also having a conversation with my brother about all of this because he is currently helping me massively. Oh look, I'm only just getting on the playback. I'm only just getting to press
so
play.
You'll be able to in
That's a
OBS,
hella.
you can set a delay. It might just be set to like a little bit longer. Sometimes as well, when you're streaming on the same system, it can lag the stream a little bit, so it keeps falling behind.
Oh, I don't care if people see this.
So people, yeah. So what you want to find out is if people can hear you like running around compared to like your voice, just to make sure it's balanced. You know, it's
Well,
hard to
that's
test on your own.
someone said game is high, voice is low. There's always technical difficulties with this channel, truck fan. You know that. That's a hell of a delay.
It might not be. Refresh the screen on actual YouTube. Yeah, refresh that. That might also. Yeah, so you're actually in now.
Okay.
It might.
I don't like the fact I can't just jump back to the monitor.
Well, usually you're not going to be doing this. Right?
There we
There's
go.
the delay. It's only 3 seconds.
That's a better delay.
Yeah, it just keeps. I think your YouTube keeps freezing, so you might want to just yeet that off, to be honest, because that's using up a lot of CPU.
Keep forgetting I can't just scroll across.
Yeah. You don't need it anyway because you've got chat right there.
Yeah. Okay. How is the audio now, everybody? Voice audio is still quite low. Microphone is now at its maximum volume through my AV receiver. And is the game still pretty quiet, or are we doing all right? Thank you, Ghost Dragon.
I think this is just a test.
This is just, yeah. I know you probably hear my brother in the background. This is quite a pickup microphone, but this is just a test. We are figuring things out. I've never gone live before. iPad is maxed. I can barely hear. Oh, you can't hear me?
It's good now.
Thank you, real life, bro. Wait, what?
You're welcome. I can also, I can go. Do
See, for me, the game audio is pretty high.
you want me to go back on my PC, launch your stream, and then talk to you through chat?
Well, if you could now. Sorry, now this is set up. If you could, for just for a couple of minutes.
The rest of it, you're pretty set.
Yeah.
You can sort of, you know what you're doing with the scenes now.
Yeah.
And different things like that. And you can also, on different scenes, set different sounds as well. So if you want your mic to be muted or a bit intermission up or anything like that, you can do that as well.
Yeah, well, I can mute the mic for me.
Yeah. So you can do that if you want to. You can also change game sounds and things. Oh no, game sounds won't matter because you have a different scene app. But yeah, there's lots of things you can do with that bit of software. It's quite good.
Oh, hold.
I'll talk to you on the chat.
Thank you, mate.
So I can help you out a bit. Both just sat there like fucking lemons, not knowing what's going on.
Yeah. Okay. So, how is the audio, everybody? Let me just get a bit more comfortable. Lots of things are going to need to change. I can't remember. This is Barker's custom at V12 twin turbo with lots of extra pipe work going on there. That's what this config is. I have built it. It is on the channel. Very easy to find that video. It should be. So there you go, Carson. Is only available to channel members though. This was never a public config, I don't think. What about in-game sounds now? Are they all alright? That wasn't too loud or overpowering or anything. Thank you, real life bro. Thank you, truck fan. I can't believe I just literally clicked go live to test and the amount of people in here. Thank you all so much. I do appreciate it. I really do. We will be going live properly sometimes. I'm probably going to go live tomorrow. I'll be honest. I've been using new software, trying to figure everything out. And it's all been going a bit wrong for me. So I haven't actually got anything recorded for tomorrow or a competition entry build. So, hello, Sam. That's my brother, ladies and gentlemen. Nice to see you here. How is the audio, Sam? I should hope so. Cost enough. Hold on. Let me go and start a car for you, mate. I'll be honest, for me, it's very loud. But I would rather you guys could hear it properly. Game is quiet. Okay, I mean, I wanted to open settings, but never mind. I do have my in-game set quiet, as you can see. But I don't want to turn it up too much. Because it is incredibly loud for me. Hey, Drew Gracer. How's it going, my man? Is that any better, Sam? How can I make this quieter for myself? Just a tad. Okay. I mean, I don't want the game to overpower me, but by the sounds of it to you guys, the game's incredibly quiet. Start the baby up again. For you guys, the game's quite quiet, but for me, it's very loud. Holy, yeah, that is way too loud. So when I'm talking, by reducing headset volume, I mean, I could, just like PC volume for me. I can't see my volume dial anywhere. I don't know, there it is. So just by turning this down, I suppose then I could get back out the car. Settings, volume. I bet this wasn't what you're all expecting to see today, was it? So if I whack this up to 100, save that, no music, ambient sounds off because they annoy me. How's that for you guys, especially compared to me talking? Do we want the game a bit louder, microphone a bit quieter? What do we think? Good effort, Sam. No. Just no. It's very loud. Is it too loud now? Game-wise. You couldn't see anything. So I've brought the game volume down a little bit outside.
Alright. Delay's killing me.
What?
Delay's killing me. Go back down to like 65% in game.
In game.
I was like, go down 5%, and then it already went up again. I was like, no.
What did you say?
About 65. He was on about 30, and then I was like, go about 5% lower. Yeah, 65. That'll be fine for the stream, and then Windows can up yours or through.
Does it? This is what I'm looking at. So the graphics are all good. How is the game audio now? Let's just rev the car while I'm talking. I mean, that's like as loud as it's going to get in here for the game wise. So if that's too loud, that's too much. But does it mix well with my voice? How's that going? How was that? Calibrated. Thank you, Truck Fan. Thank you, Real Life Bro. How was my actual Real Life Bro? There we go. That's the one I wanted to see. So that sound, everything sounds about right there for everybody live-wise. I'm hoping it's still going to be the same when I come to just straight up record instead of streaming. But we're all good. Sounds-wise, everything's sounding good. We're liking it. That's what we want. I forgot how to get out the car. And it doesn't seem too glitchy. Graphic settings, like you say, Truck Fan said the graphics are fine. Who said they can't? Oh, Sam couldn't see anything. Ah, that's interesting, Sam. That means when I tabbed out of it, it locked it out. No. No, Sam, I have not. I don't, not that I'm aware of. Why does that look so awful? I am not taking responsibility for that. That's not the wheels I put on this car, by the way. Oh, I'm not in my normal game, Ghost Dragon. I'm in a test. What this is where I test builds basically before I show them on the game. Now I get your joke, Sam. Thank you. Honestly, I'm not sure. Truck Fan, what sort of time? What sort of time I'll be streaming tomorrow? Probably roughly around the same sort of time I normally do the video. But if that's too early, too late for people, we'll see. I'm going to ask. I'll put a post on YouTube a bit later on, asking people what sort of time stream-wise would be better. But I don't have a video to go for tomorrow, so I'm going to live stream instead for a bit. Might not even play Car Mechanic Simulator. We might play something different. Who knows? Probably will play Car Mechanic Simulator though. Let's be honest. And yes, Ghost Dragon, this is my test garage, so it's not got all the normal cars. As you can see, even out the front, that's not there. That's not there anymore. It was probably for the best with the wheels on that thing. They're looking awful. What do you mean the mystery continues? Works for you to what? 6 p.m. That's 6 p.m. UK time, Truck Fan. Oh, there will be many, many whoopsies and words, especially going live. Normally, I've got the joy of being able to edit some things out, but you don't get that with a live stream. Not in the slightest, even with the delay. Oh, yeah, that mystery does continue. I don't know what I'll play. I mean, I think probably for the first one, we should probably do Car Mechanic Simulator. It is kind of what the channel is known for. I've just threw my phone off my desk right into my own mummy daddy button. Yeah, Ghost Dragon, I don't think mods will be coming to console anytime soon. Definitely not in this game. Whether they implement it in the next game, who knows? We'll find out when it's released. Good morning, my friend who's got B4 in their name. So you'll be B4 from now on. Good morning to you. It's definitely good evening for me. Ghost Dragon PC. I would always recommend getting this on PC. I did start myself playing Car Mechanic Simulator on console. I still loved it. It was great fun. But watching YouTubers and getting the modded cars is what made me get a PC, basically. There's a few other games I like playing as well. Atlas, big one. Some of you probably don't know Atlas, but I'm not surprised. It's not even been released and it's now not really working. So, I mean, while I'm just live testing, we might as well stick around for a bit if you guys are all here and watching. What do you want to see? We're going to stay in Car Mechanic Simulator. Do you want to see me paint some things? Should we go buy a car somewhere? I'm not, weirdly, I'm not a big motorsport fan. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy motorsport. I just don't like watching it on the telly. I find it quite boring. I've been to Le Mans, 24-hour racing. That was incredible. That was genuinely incredible. I absolutely love that. Being on the Mulsanne straight, which isn't a full straight anymore, but never mind. But what should we do? I mean, I might as well stay on now for half an hour or so. Have an old PC that runs like garbage because it's from the 90s. What's too early, Carson? I'll be honest. Something doesn't feel comfortable for me right now, and I'm not sure what it is. I don't. I mean, I do, but I don't think I've got a scene set up for another game, Sam. But we could try. So if I, that's too early. What, 6 p.m. is too early? I mean, it's 6 p.m. for me. I know it's not. That's in UK time. I know. We're not experienced technical difficulties. My brother just suggested we try another game, but I think I need to set up an individual source for each individual game because I'm not capturing my whole screen. I'm just capturing the game right now. Hence why it goes funny when I deselect. So if I do this and then go down to here, the game should still be there, but I'm going to click that so you can all just see my lovely banner. I didn't know you were from Norway, Truck Fan. I probably did know you were from Norway, actually. That's probably not true. What time is 6 p.m. for you, Carson? I mean, I can't cater to one person. Right, my source says it's on hold, but we are going to try and go very quickly just to another game because this is a test stream. I hope you're all enjoying my logo. I'm going to try and figure this out. So I'm going to quit Car Mechanic Simulator, not that you can see it anyway, but I don't want you to all see my desktop. And yes, please, Sam, I'd love you to come in and just monitor what I'm doing. You know more about computers than I do. Yeah, you probably did, Truck Fan, but I have awful, awful memory. So 6 p.m. or my normal video release time is about 1 p.m. for you, Ghost Dragon. Is that, is that sort of time you could get to a stream, or is that too early for you?
There's
So
two ways you can do this. Via and say like bye everyone, and fucking.
Richie, we may come back to Car Mechanic Simulator in just a moment. I'm just trying to figure out how everything works for me. So I might go and do a Chevy Nova, or so we might just go to the junkyard or something and see if we can find something just to play around with. I'm just going to try and see if I can load a different game, just so I can get comfortable with doing it. Next time I go live, if I just want to switch between multiple games, that would be cool to be able to do. So still trying to figure it out. This is just a test stream, so stay tuned if you want to. Feel free to disappear, but I'll be around for a bit. We're just testing some stuff out. So I'm going to mute you all for a second, and I'll be back shortly. Can we now, good England, can we now all see Car Dealer Simulator on screen working lovely in front of them? Are you all still there? Glad you can see it. As I said, we are still testing, trying to figure some stuff out. Sorry, truck fan. We're still working stuff out. I will be back. We'll have a build in a minute, but for the moment, we are just testing stuff out. I do apologise. Right, my apologies. We are here. Let's get back into a game mode, shall we? There we go. You can see what I'm doing now, and now I can see what I'm doing as well. There we go. Back to the wonderful car mechanic simulator. I am just testing, making sure things work. Who have we got with us? Who's here? Is it just you, truck fan, or is there more? But should we go find? Let's go. Let's go to a barn. I don't do barns very often. So let's go into a barn and see what we can see. Why is it not showing me the number of barns I have? Do I not have? Maybe I've got unlimited barns. That could be a mod. So. Yeah, I think one of them is my brother, as he was helping me sort all the audio and stuff out. He was doing it at his end so he could see what were going on. But that's cool. So Truck Fad's here. Maybe someone who doesn't want to leave comments is here. Nice of you to join us, whoever you are. We are going to head to a barn. That's what we're going to do right now. We're going to pick up a car from said barn. We're probably not going to go crazy painting it because that generally takes a few hours. I'm not even kidding. But we'll play around for a bit. We'll see what we've got going on here. I do also have a mod that gives me all 3 slots in every barn. I think everyone gets that, don't they, actually? So what have we got over here? Oh, this is the updated taxi with the horrible, horrible, horrible headlights. I do quite like the thin spoilers we've got, but the headlights have ruined that. So we're not going to play with that one. Definitely. We've got a cheeky little RX-3 up here, which is nice. We may come back to that. Truck fan. It's IRL bro and truck fan by the looks of it. Well, if you're still here, real life bro, who's not my real life bro. Ah, my brother's just subscribed to the VM Garage Club. Thank you, mate. Right, so we've got a shiny Mustang. This is actually the... Is this the, like... Yeah, it's got to be. How do I find the... I don't know how to play the game. It's the GT500K Night Rider or Night Industries 3000. So we could build a funky Mustang, or we can build the little Mazda, the real life bro. That's the one. Or we could build the little RX. What is this? RE12, RX4. This is the modded one. I'm trying to work out whether it was the DLC. Buttons are hard. Thank you, Truck Fan, for saying buttons are hard. You know me. We have issues on my pre-recorded stuff, let alone live streams. This is always going to go horribly wrong, like every step along the way. So what do we want to do? Do we want to build the RX-4? Sam showcasing my badges I've got, mate. Thank you, Sam. Do we want to build an RX-4? Do we want to build the Knight Rider Industries Mustang? Or the ugly, ugly taxi from the Taxi DLC that was changed after they updated it? Or should we just go to a junkyard and try again? Or the auction house? Let me know. If you want to see any of that, let me know. To be fair, I'm glad you did that, Sam, to doing it to see what the emotes look like. Because I haven't really fully set anything up like that. I just gave these images so that people could use them in comments and chats. And obviously you get a little badge next to your name. Blooper truck fan with the bloopers word counter. That would be a no. You think we should go to the auction, truck fan? Okay. I mean, I'm not. I mean, I've built plenty of these Shelby Mustangs, not the Night Industries edition, and I have also built the RX-4 before. So maybe we do go to an auction, and then you'll see how easy I find the auctions with the amount of pages I got. I actually think that's a good idea. So let's return to the garage. I want to. Oh. Before we leave without buying anything, there should be a little thing. Don't want any of that. Do I even need any of this with all the mods and everything? Probably not. Sam, I had a feeling which is on to test it. You owe me a Mackey's breakfast for that. I'll sort you a Mackey's breakfast at some point, Sam. I don't know when. Probably not too long. Yeah, we'll do a Mackey's breakfast soon. Thank you. Right, let's leave the barn because it's not doing well. Truck fan still remembers the disaster. I mean, the build itself, the TC666, wasn't a nightmare. It was just it overloaded my not so happy computer a little bit. It was a fun build. It was hard to drive, I'll give you that, but it was a fun build anyway, truck fan. It was cool. It's someone that actually built a truck for me, so that's always good. I sometimes don't have the time to do full custom builds, hence why there isn't one for the coming competition. Which I do need to close in a minute. Didn't realise the time. Technically, I've been streaming for over an hour. I mean, it's been very intermittent, and it was a test. At least we know it works. I should probably swap that for the load screen, shouldn't I? So you don't have to sit there and watch. Especially with my computer. Really doesn't like loading. Back in the garage. So we're going to head over to the auction house. Let's go over there. And hopefully this won't take quite as long to load as coming back from the barn. At least with that screen, it looks a little bit better than the black screen. Spent a few hours on that thing, configuring everything and fixing, but I'm not surprised. A build like that does take a lot of in and out, fixing and not fixing. It can be difficult. Now, I normally, when I come from here, I normally always buy... That's a... Sam, that is an incredible idea. I will definitely be doing that. In fact, I could probably do that quickly now. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. That didn't do what it was supposed to do. There we go. I'm going to try and figure this out. So I go to here. Grab that. Talking to myself. Because I need intelligent conversation. I'm a man. I can't do two things at once. I was typing. Post-made. It didn't go overly well. My ability to edit stuff on the fly, it didn't go as planned. It still worked. That, Sam, is a very interesting question, but please don't admit to using an ad blocker. So, as you can see in my car auctions, I do have to have 39 pages. It definitely adds a lot in there. So we could build anything. We've probably got most of the cars in the game in here. Do I have anything you don't want to see yet? Not that you don't want to see. No ads. That's interesting. Maybe I don't have enough viewers for it to warrant ads yet. Carson, I have 39 because this is from the quality of life mod. One of the options in there, you can basically, I don't think it unlimits it, but it's called I want to say add more in the auctions or something like that. It's the same as how I can have every spot in my junkyard also filled up, and I can reload the barns every time I'm there. So if I don't find something in a barn, I can just reload it rather than going back to the garage. Is any car picking? Oh, not that. Is any car picking anyone's fancies apart from that limo thing? I will actually show you why. This has just got one or two issues. Just one or two issues. Not many. So we'll come off of that and we'll find something else. No problem, Carson. Anyone catching anything catching anyone's fancies? It's hard for me because I have pretty much built everything in this game. Is what going to be coming out, Carson? It's part of the quality of life mod, the access to all of this. So that's available to everybody right now. You just have to go in your in the file for your quality of life, like where you change the amount of cars you can load, not the places of the cars, but the amount of cars it will load with quality of life. It's one of the settings in that sheet. I can't remember what it's called, but if you use the mod, you'll know what I'm talking about. You want to see the EB110? Fair enough, Carson. We'll go and have a look at this bad boy. I mean, I've built it before. It's a good-looking car, though. I'm not doing the limo, Carson. I showed that on screen. We could potentially do the EB110. This is quite a nice build. The engine's at the back, remember that. It's not looking too bad. Condition-wise, I can't see it fully at the moment. But overall, if we go back into normal mode, it's not... The body panels are all there. The engine seems mostly there. We could probably repair this. Oh, yeah, that limo was awful. Truck fan, that limo. I can't remember who made it. It looks... When it's fixed, it's fine. But the damage on it makes it go mental. The limo will not be coming out publicly. It's been like that for a very long time. I can't even remember who made it. I keep meaning to delete it from my files, but I keep forgetting. I haven't built it. I did have an intention to build it, but obviously with issues like that, I couldn't. So yeah, I do keep meaning to delete that limo. Just never get round to it. What do we think? Do we want the EB110? Or should we... Let's go to the end page and see what we've got. Got a bit of heartburn going on here. Wide body 850. Did I build that? I think I did build that. Oh, we won't do the Subaru Legacy yet because I haven't actually done that on the channel yet. So we'll save that one. We could look at the changes to the French taxi. French Toast Ford Falcon. Road Warrior Edition. Are we in the nice junkyard? We're in the bad junkyard, aren't we? Of course we are. I meant to go to the nice one. There is probably a TC666 in here somewhere. Probably. I can't remember if I got rid of that one or not. I don't think I did. There's the ugly taxi with its changed headlights. They look awful. If you want to see the better version of that, go back on my videos a couple of weeks and watch us build it before they updated it, because it looks a lot better than that thing. V10 RX4. We turned down the RX4. What else have we got in here? To be fair, it probably is going to be the Bugatti, isn't it? The EB110. We don't need a repeat of that, man. It was a good build. There was some clipping, but we all have clipping issues when we do builds. There it is. No, we're not doing it, but there it is. Hey, V12 powered Fiat 500. That was a fun build. I don't think I've... Oh, no, I have done that one yet. I'm trying to remember what I've actually built. Bearing in mind, I have like 380 car mechanic simulator builds, so it can be difficult. Cadillac Fleetwood. Was that on screen? Did I miss it? Because I don't normally record this, I scroll so fast going through here. I don't always see things. I'm normally looking for a very specific car to do a video on, obviously. Why is that just called S? Is that a base version? Yes, truck fan, you did. You did know it was there. The Cadillac Fleetwood. Hey, Kuzo, welcome, welcome. The Bat. Have you not seen the Batmobile before, Kuzo? On the that was the on the 1 mile long speeder board we had before the current quarter mile one. That was the second fastest vehicle, I do believe. It was the it wasn't this version, the pursuit mode. It was the French Toast built it, and he created a speederboard crusher variation, and that did its job at the time. It only got beaten by the Lamborghini Tractor by Dead Bob. It was the only thing that eventually beat it. What are the most faff-heavy builds you've done? The TC66 was definitely one of them. Anything I've created is definitely a faff-heavy build. I suppose that's a difficult one because they all have their own sort of faff in their own way. I suppose some of them are different. Sometimes bonus parts that get hidden. Is what the auction... What? Is it the auction give long list of cars? I don't know what you mean by that, Carson. Yeah, the 666 did quite well on the speederboard for a long time. We'll go back when we go back to the garage. I've got the old board up on the wall still. We'll have a quick look through. Ghost Dragon, you did suggest ages ago the 1986 Cadillac. Well, ages ago, not that long ago. The 86 Cadillac Fleetwood. So I think we're going to do the Cadillac Fleetwood. I'm a fan of classic cars as well, so this should be a bit fun. We'll go for this. We'll see what we've got going on, and it's got beautiful red interior as well, though. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. Does this have swap options? I suppose we won't see, but I don't think so. V8 over Red Valve SS. I mean, we could squeeze a lot more power out of that thing. We'll buy a new crate engine. Oh, I see. Yes, if that's how it's Carson, if that's how it's listed on the page for the mods for Car Mechanic Simulator Quality of Life, if it's listed as if there's one there called auction give long list of cars, that's definitely the one you want to turn on to get a long list of cars. It won't always be 39 pages. I've had some that are 52. You know, it's just a lot. Which hot rod, Kuzo? Tell you what, I'm going to buy this anyway. We're only in my test garage. I have no costs in my test garage because I use it to just test build. So we're going to buy this car regardless. Obviously, we still have to bid for it. That will be awesome. Thank you, Sam. How much do you want for this? 10 grand over estimate? This is shocking. Not yet, Kuzo. I haven't, honestly, since I last recorded, well, since the last video that was out, I really haven't done anything. I obviously had my birthday last week and a surprise party. I've been feeling very unwell myself. And then obviously I had all my, you don't know, oh, you do know, Kuzo, you're in there. I had lots of issues with the NVIDIA stuff, which is why I'm now using this OBS. And I thought I'd test going live as a way of doing it. So we'll give it a go. So let's get this Cadillac Fleetwood back to the garage. Kuzo, what was that? Oh, I know why I still can't build that custom Kuzo, because I still haven't done the. Yes, Sam. Yes, we were very hungover. I still haven't downloaded the mod from Nexus yet, so I don't have the actual base model of the car yet, so I still need to swap that out to do that. So far in our car options today, we've got the Cadillac Fleetwood for Ghost Dragon, because we're fans. I mean, we're both fans of old classic cars. We do have a GT40 that I haven't built yet, but I'm probably going to save that for a video because I think that'll be awesome. Or do we just go and build the Cadillac Fleetwood? Carson, did you see the limo earlier? I'm going to show it one more time on screen just so you know. This is why we can't build the limo, Carson. There's just a few little slight issues with it. You know, nothing major, just a few little bits. Nothing over the top. Yeah, no, we won't be building that. I will be removing that from my game. I mean, I'd normally my go-to would be a Mustang. I think we just go back and build the Cadillac Fleetwood and then give it a go somewhere stupid like on the racetrack or something. How's the health situation? Oh, I'm going to say no comment on my health situation. Deteriorating. Yeah, deteriorating very, very badly. But we keep going. We try and stay positive. Yeah, Kuzo, just a couple of tiny issues with that limo. I can't remember who made it. It looks fantastic when it's built. It really does. But when there's a slight dint, you do get all of that polygon issues everywhere. I don't know what it is. It's a bit wild. Just well, almost as bad as your graphics card, Sam. Yeah, I'll truck fan. I will definitely have a conversation with you later if you wanna know a little bit more about what's going on. I'll have a conversation with you later. Nearly as bad as your graphics card. Not quite. You can underclock it, and I cannot underclock a mod. It doesn't work like that. No problem, track fan. I will speak to you. We'll have a little conversation a little bit later on. We'll talk about what's up with you, and I'll give you a bit of an update on what what I'm doing at the moment. Oh, we could always build a dot. I mean, I've built all the DLC stuff. I always build it as soon as it comes out. Sometimes before. I think we'll go back. I need to get off this limo. Let's have a look in the normal. See, Carson, I got a different 43 in this one. It varies where each time you load in. Can't wait to build that. That's coming soon. I haven't got round to these yet. That's going to be good fun and all. This is the other leader of the speeder board, the Are You Not Entertained Nitro Tractor. I definitely... Truck fan, I wouldn't say I'm being awesome. I'm trying. I probably get on a lot of people's nerves more than they appreciate me. Not everybody, obviously. It's all fun and games. I believe the G35 wasn't that long ago, Kuzo. What window do I need open to go and find that? I might be wrong. The G35 might have been ages ago. I have bad memory. There it is. That link there is the G35 we built. It wasn't that long ago, but definitely a longer time ago than I'm giving it credit for. Let's just go back to the garage and have a look at our little Cadillac Fleetwood. See what we're going to do with it today. We'll go by a crate engine, fully tuned, obviously, because we like to. And we'll get it started before we do anything on the bodywork. No problem, bro. Thank you very much for your help. I do appreciate it, Sam. And enjoy Reacher. I'll probably be catching up on it a little bit later on today. But I will message you if I come across any issues. Thank you for your help, Sam. Really appreciate it. Truck fan with the famous buttons. Is that going to replace words from now on? Kuzo, I started having fun / unfun days with the CMS. Set up like 5 cars or so with pipes, bonus parts, and the next day I'll actually build them. I can't play for that long as a general rule of thumb in one go. I normally would... I mean, I'll be honest, one of my custom builds can take me anywhere up to 5 days to just build it, to design it in the game, and then normally 2 or 3 days to go and build it, depending on how well I'm feeling. But here we go. I mentioned earlier about looking at the old speed board for the 1 mile track. I do believe the Batmobile speederboard crusher, yep, did remain in second. Did the truck fan, did the TC, yeah, no, the TC666 did finally get knocked off, but the top of it was the Are You Not Entertained tractor, and the Batmobile speederboard crusher. Now, those two do have this AWR on them, and that was basically me saying awaiting review, because these two I had to not necessarily do it the fairest possible way, if you know what I mean, to get them to work. They had a sliding issue that couldn't be rectified, like non-acceleration, but if you went over the line and reset, they no longer had a sliding issue. So it was, I don't know, that's why they're awaiting review, but we never got round to it. But yeah, officially, that's the fastest with the most official time on the old speeder board. And then the Lamborghini Nitro 120 after that. And if we run across into the other room, not that, this is the current speeder board, which are all probably very common with this McLaren F1. Not that version, obviously, needed some work. Still currently sat at the top of it. And that Infiniti G8, G35 wide body is holding up the second spot from that video. Was that one? I can't remember. I really have terrible memory. Your builds have an insane amount of detail. Mine are just like pipes to an intercooler and only a couple of bonus parts. I mean, your builds are good. I'm going to build that hot rod once I get round to downloading the mod and stuff. I'm definitely going to build that hot rod because it looked absolutely incredible. Both versions, the normal version and your custom version with all the piping. But you don't have to go over the top. I mean, we'll go outside. I mean, yeah, all right, this is one of my custom builds. No wide body on this one, but we did a bit of double layered bumpers at the front there. Obviously, a custom livery, that is one thing I pretty much always do, is a custom livery. We put a splitter at the back there, quad pipes coming out, things like that. But most of the time, it's just, for me, it's more about the ride height, getting that looking good, and then customizing with paint in game, such as putting the trim around the lights here for this one and things like that. We jump in underneath in this mode, we can. Apparently it's decided to unpaint some parts, but you know, we won't worry about that too much. I can't move around when you're in this mode though. There we go. So we'll open up there and have a look in there, you know, and then engine wise, all I did with this one was add a little pipe there and that, and obviously the rest of the exhaust. So there's levels to what you want to customize, but they're not always wild. I do think this one was wild, but there we go. That was just a lot of, most of this finishing wise comes from painting the parts afterwards, in my opinion. You know, getting different finishes with them, with the quality of life mod. Words. Truck fan will be there in a second. So this is the Cadillac Fleetwood that we are going to quickly, as quick as we can, restore today. Is that some? Can we see through the hood when we shouldn't be able to? Or is that just because it's rusted? Thanks, truck fan. It's because the TK aftermarket parts, they physically change, hence the unpainted parts. So like if I jump into here, will this have unpainted some stuff? This is a bad example because I left a lot of stuff natural on this one, so we won't use that. Definitely didn't on this one though. Oh, I forgot you can't move around. Yeah, this rear end's still painted. Or is that just one of the... No, that's one of the standard ones. You might actually be right. I'll be honest, sometimes I don't fully paint in this mode either, or fully finish things, because this is just me to get visual looks. So I might sometimes just paint the tops of an engine to see, not necessarily the whole thing, although on this one I definitely did. But there we go. Let's go and have a cheeky look at our Fleetwood. We'll put it in the garage, put it on the second lifter, and we'll swap the McLaren over. Because I don't like using the first... Nope, I don't like using the second lifter. I like using the first lifter. Don't know why. Personal preference. There's definitely a crack in that hood though, isn't there? Is that just because it needs repairing? I've never noticed that before. Especially the fact that you can fully see through it. Maybe we need to buy a new hood. We'll come back to that. First things first though, we're going to get you up in the air. We're going to get this engine out of here. Because we're not using it. Oh, it is a mod. I was like, that seems a bit much. Yeah, Kuzo, I totally get it. Some people prefer a nice little simple clean build. One of my channel members, he isn't a big fan of liveries. Oh, and I totally get that. Some people aren't. Personally, I love a livery. Liveries finish a car for me, but the livery could be as simple as just a thin racing stripe. And that could finish a build. Sometimes it is all it needs, in my opinion. The livery does play a big part. I do appreciate you saying I've got some outrageous stuff you love. Wherever it's about doing it right, it's about personal preference, isn't it? Everyone's a little bit different. I like something a bit crazy, wild, and over. I like things that aren't stock. That's pretty much similar to that. Like if you took this front end and added a spoiler to it, you know, sorry, a front lip, whatever you want to call it, that changes that and or even just took this front bumper off. All right, maybe not on that one because you can see through it, but you know what I mean. Something like that, making it unique, personalized to you. It's one of the reasons why I run the competitions. I think they're a lot of fun. Everything is unique. I very rarely win, but I enjoy it nonetheless. But I do appreciate you liking my builds, Kuzo. It's always good to hear that. I'm sure I've done some that you absolutely hated. Thank you, Kuzo. Yes, truck fan. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that before. Should we, I mean, I'm assuming it's just because it's officially classed as dented and rusty. It's doing some polygony issues. So we'll figure that one out as we go. But what do we need for this engine, because I'm just going to buy a new one rather than replacing this. We want the V8 overhead valve SS. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my shop. Thank you to TK Basics. I can do this, pressing Z, scrolling through there. So we're going to buy a pre-built crate tuned engine. We want to go down to the V8's overhead valve SS. I look too quickly with my eyes. I should probably... There it is. V8 overhead valve SS. Super blooper. There was probably a lot of super bloopers in that TC666 video. Probably some that didn't make it in, but there we go. We're going to buy ourselves a fixed crate motor to go straight into this. So we do need to get some bits off. So we get the gearbox out, we'll get the starter out, and that drive shaft that's already clipping through the floor. So we're going to maybe do something with that if we can. I might have to go in the car editor. I don't really want to do that. We will need these front exhaust pipes. See, this one here is brand new. This is a thing with this one, with TK Aftermarket. It's probably fixed in the latest version, but I don't have the latest version. Mostly because I don't use the public version. I've been using a different version, but we won't talk about that. We'll gloss over that one. I've been using an earlier version to make everything work specifically for me. Thanks for the help, Multiply, on that one. I know you were here earlier, just popped in to say hello, but there we go. Let's get all of this exhaust out. Let's get the gearbox out of here. Out you come, and we're gonna pull the engine out, and we're gonna just straight up swap it out for a new one. I do need to go and grab the engine crane there, don't I? Let's grab you. Get you over to the car. We'll rip you out of there. Did I still forget one? Oh, oh, I know I missed an extra part. See? And I call myself a YouTuber. I don't. I call myself an idiot. He makes YouTube videos, but there we go. Let's crack on. In we go. 2 front exhaust sections on this. I probably did remember that, but I've honestly forgotten. Oh, and drain the oil. What would I do without you, truck fan? I do need to get the latest version. You are correct, Kuzo. What I also want to do that I know some people are interested in, probably not everybody, is I want to kind of delete all of my mods and then make a video of putting them all back in from Nexus, so that some of the people that are less versed in modding can sort of understand and how it all works and how to get it all in without too much issue. I'm not the best at it myself, I'll be honest. I'm not technically that advanced, hence why my brother was with us earlier helping me figure a lot of this stuff out as we went. So, you know, I'm not the best person for that, but I do want to try and do a video, try and help out some people that might not know themselves the best way I possibly can. So we'll see. But there we go. There is a fully tuned, ready to go, pre-built overhead valve SS motor. I do love this feature of TK Aftermarket and TK Basics. You need both. Has some pretty nice new engines. 427 and the BMW motors in the new version. That would be cool. Definitely should do that. Now, normally, you know me, I'd go crazy painting this, but that genuinely takes me hours, and we don't have much time for that. I'm still going to have to do all the suspension, though, aren't I? Well, I suppose you are going to get to see that part. So, let's get to stripping, shall we? We're going to go back up in the air. I've still got to do the engine bay, but we'll come back to that in a bit. For the minute, let's just strip these wheels off and see how we go. With our cheeky little rusty bolts. Out with the shocks. Oh, I know what I need to check. I do have an inventory full of crap. Nope. Yeah. That's ours. That's not from us. I'm just going to bin off the stuff that I don't need. You can see what I was building last time I was in here. Might have been a caddy. But there we go. Now I can carry on just stripping stuff off this car. Because I built my shopping list from my inventory. Because I don't do what some players do, which is have a billion of everything on them. So it doesn't matter what they're building. I get why people play it like that. It's definitely easier. But not for me. Thank you very much. So let's just get all of this stripped out. I suppose what I can do with this. Because one time I put some random parts in some random folder of CMS and I was breaking my head for like, yeah, that's why I'm not that confident with it, because I do that and then I normally give it a couple of hours and then go, multiply, I think I've broken some stuff, can you help me? And then he normally figures it out because he's quite a smart man when it comes to modding and coding and stuff. So always thankful for multiply. Rubbish, so much rubbish. There was a bit of rubbish in my inventory, but not too much. The rest of it's from this car. And I find it the easiest way to build from the inventory. So we'll get this, all the suspension stripped out, and then we'll get it put back together. Shiny and new. And we'll go see, I can't remember the Cadillac Fleetwood, I'll be honest with you. I'm sure I've built it before, but I can't particularly remember it too much. So we'll go in and check out, see if there's any liveries in there later. You want to see a classic bronzy colour, bronze-ish colour on it. That's what you want to see on this. What, the whole car in a bronze-ish colour? Ghost Dragon, is that what you want to see? I don't know about the whole car. But we shall keep going. We're stripping it off. Should we repair some of this, or am I just going to buy everything new? What do you think? Normally, I would repair as much as I possibly can. Obviously not the performance parts, because we always go full power mode. You know me. But should we just buy all new? Should we repair? Drum brakes. I don't have that part of TK Aftermarket. That's one thing I am missing, is I don't have the swap to disc brakes. That's how old a version of TK Aftermarket I am using. Missed that one was rusty. You spoke about that actually, Truck Fan, waiting for the ferry. We were talking while you were waiting for the ferry, so that's pretty cool. I'm glad you remember it that well. I don't remember anything I did yesterday, let alone that far back. Mostly the main body with chrome wheels. Okay, bronzy sort of colour, bronze-ish sort of colour with chrome wheels. We can do that. While we were purchasing this exact Fleetwood, when I went to the nicer car auction, there was my version of this in there, which was slammed, which was generally called just the slammed, VM slammed or something like that. I did think about getting that one instead, but I thought I don't know what else I've done to it or whether I've even fully finished it, so... Truck Fan is a data center on legs. I mean, what are your input ports like? Because I could use a data center, to be honest with you. I do not have anything of my old recordings, and I would like to be able to keep them. I just physically don't have the space or the finances to buy lots of space. Oh, this is a modded rear end. So we've got to take it apart fully separated. Does mean we can paint the cover a different colour if we wanted to. Not that I'm going to go too wild on the paint on this one. I think we're just going to build this one and then call it a night. And we'll do a full live stream tomorrow. Maybe we'll do 2 games tomorrow. Maybe we'll do a bit of a car mechanic simulator and then a bit of a car dealer simulator. Because I know Pi Newton wanted to see some of the other cars that were in car dealer simulator. After I paid that little prologue. I really enjoyed that game. It was a lot of fun. I definitely want to go back to it. But there isn't much to do at the moment until the demo comes out or the full game. So we'll see if that works going on there. A few little bits to clear from here. Liquids to drain, right click, additional tools, drain tool, click and hold. Ta-da! I may have said that 1 or 2 many times in my life. It's the only reason I can still remember that. Oh, that was weird. Normally I can move around while I'm doing that. Something might be broken. And we obviously do need to drain the liquids from the radiator as well. Out we go, out we go. It wasn't last September I did the Alenti because that was on the first speederboard. That was ages ago. What were you doing in Denmark last September? Holiday, work, trucking? Right, shiny new engine. Nothing in the engine bay or the underside. Heartburn. I do think it's time we went and cleaned this, though. Dr. Eggman. I'm doing all right. We'll call it I'm doing all right. How are you doing, Dr. Eggman? Thank you for joining us. Do you like what we've seen so far? It's my first ever stream. Probably going to do a few more. Now I'm using some new software that is definitely working a lot better for me than it was before. Obviously, new software. It's going to be different. Are you actually a Viking truck fan? I'm joking. You live in Norway. Do you want to go to Sweden and Denmark? Nothing wrong with that. Just holidays, or is it just for fun? I can't remember what I'm doing. I want to put it back on the lifter now, don't I? That's an insane question, Kuzo. What do you think you spent the most time with in terms of car ed? I know one that did take me a long time is actually this. In the car editor. This, I don't know why this took me so long, but I played around with this for absolute ages. I don't think I know which one took me the longest. I'll try and get back to you on that, Kuzo. I'll have to have a proper think, and let you know. I can't think off the top of my head, but I know a lot of them have taken, obviously, quite some time. But I can't remember which one's the longest. Ghost Dragon. Is there a way for black and chrome? Black and chrome for the Cadillac? As in on the body? Should we go and do that now? We'll prepare all this bodywork first. But we'll head into the paint shop and see what we can do. Oh, front end removable. That's always nice. That will give me some slightly better paint options. In fact, that's given me a great idea. Black and chrome you want to see. We'll see what we can do. The collate was the 14th of November. So that has been second place on this speeder board since the 14th of November 2022. Any time at Mr. Data Center, you could remind me when we stopped using the 1 mile speeder board? Because I can't remember when that was. Before we went to the quarter mile. Wait, what's that? What's this speeder board? Wait, no, have I got that wrong? I think I have got that wrong. I think the first speeder board was before the drag racing. No, this was before the drag racing. Yes, this one was just top speed. Like chrome on the window trim as black. Ooh. Oh, I see what you mean. Make all the chrome black. We can give that a go. We'll see. It's not always possible to do it quite like that, but we'll see if we can do some stuff. Black and gold. So I've got two people fighting for colours right now. Ghost Dragon wants bronze car with black trim and maybe some chrome wheels, but we shall see. And Dr. Eggman says black and gold. Yeah, we'll see if we can do black and gold. This was just a top speed. So this was my first ever initiation, which was just the how fast can it go down the old track. And then over here was the quarter of a mile. Yeah, because that's got the quarter of a mile on it. That was the 1 mile, sorry, full race. And then we did go all the way over here and do the quarter of a mile is what we're doing now. Yes, get yeeted into the abyss. I do remember doing that. It was fun. Did you enjoy it? As that's how long Truck Fan's been around. Let's carry on stripping this down there and get this body all sorted. And then we'll see what we can do with some of the paint. Is that interior new? It can't be. Oh. Okay, that's part of the bodywork. That makes sense. That's not what I wanted to do. You playing on Xbox right now, Dr. Eggman? It's good to hear. You should get yourself a PC, though. Just saying. Only for the modding. Modding is just so much better. I'm not saying PC's better than Xbox or PlayStation. I am not that person. Your preference is your preference. I prefer this on the PC for the simple reason is the availability of mods. No more, no less. It's that simple. Let's get the frame all welded, and then we're going to get this bodywork all sorted out, and we'll see what we can do with the colours. With a truck fan-induced super blooper. I forgot, did I? See, it's because I'm not checking. I forgot lots of pieces. Round air filter, but wait, is there any of that bodywork? Oh, there's an easy way to tell. We just ripped the engine out. It's not connected to anything at the moment. Engine cover, of course. Oh, that whole piece is an engine cover. Thank you very much, Ghost Dragon. I would have totally missed that. I honestly thought that was part of the frame. So there we go. So there we are. Now the frame should be all sorted. 100% up on there. Let's go and fix as many of these body panels as we can fit. Oh, in fact, should we see if there's options? Should we see if there's options? Oh, well, that's going to stay red. That's going to stay red. The engine cover's the engine cover. I probably would paint it invisible anyway. I think the rest of it's just red interior. I don't think there's any extra options on the bodywork. Just some interior. So let's get this all sorted. Truck fan coming in with the blooper cooling out. You capturing all of this, truck fan? Are you going to make me a blooper reel? I'm joking. I believe I'm capturing all of this. We shall find out later on. Not that I think I'm terrible. Not that I think I'm going to have time to go and edit it. I'll probably just upload this as a one-off piece. And we'll see. We'll see if I'm going to use any of this. It might just stay as a live stream and we'll leave it as that. But who knows? Oh. Turns out I'm terrible at this. Not the game as a whole. Just repairing stuff as we go. Right, let's get this back together. Don't need you there anymore. I am going to pop that back in. That was the old engine, wasn't it? Yeah, of course it was. Of course it was. I do want to pop you back in. The tuned version. Thank you. And then we'll put that away so I can't make that mistake again. Level 135 with 20 million credits on the Xbox. That's pretty good. Obviously, as you can see, we're in the test game, test profile, where I basically I have no costs. I've made everything so it's free. Truck fan. It will be available to rewatch on YouTube or chat replay, right? I don't know. I've never done this, so I don't know what I'm going to have to do afterwards to make that possible. It may be just click a button with YouTube and it's already captured it. I know with the software I'm using right now, I have got a mode enabled that basically should capture the live recording as well as... Idiot, putting in a window. As well as... obviously the upload I've got, but I'm not sure if it will do it automatically or whether I have to do anything. We'll find out that as we crack along. Windows. Basically, I mean, this is a bit of an insight to how I normally play, but I'm obviously not normally talking around this part. This is just normally where I'm slamming stuff back together. Just to make sure I've got everything for the video. Did I do the bumper already? Can't remember. We'll figure it out in a minute. So does truck fan? So does YouTube automatically do that? Does it just make the stream available for everyone to rewatch on YouTube later? Might have to tick a box. Be interesting. As I say, I've never streamed. This is my first go of it. We're trying to make do. Yep, definitely. Last thing I was building in here was the caddy. I don't want any of that. Take a front bumper though. New windshield. Right door. Rear right door. Definitely going to need a rear window. Rear bumper. Trunk light. And a rear left door. That's chrome trim on the hood. Thought it was missing texture, but it was... Oh, yes! Thank you, Ghost Dragon. You did. There was chrome trim. It looked like I could see through it, but I was just seeing reflections. It should upload it, yes, but you may have to enable live chat reply, as I believe it's off by default. Okay, so like this first one might not have the live chat reply, but when we do it again, as long as I click a setting, it should do it. I mean, we'll see. It might pre-do it. Who knows? The only way to find out is by trying. Before I put the windows in, let's try and put this interior in. Don't have it. We'll need that. On you go there. Did I repair the bench? I did. And then the seats are normal parts, so we'll come back to them in a minute. I did that first because otherwise the windows show up and you can't select it. Simple as that. Did I buy any of this? No. Definitely don't need 2 of them. May have done that by accident. I will definitely have a build plan for Barker's C10. I am not actually working on it at this moment, but I will be working on some liveries for that for Barker. So hopefully they're going to be pretty good. We shall see. He did the pipe work for me on... I can't remember which build, but he did all the pipe work for me in exchange for that. I said I'd do some liveries for him for the C10. That was our little trade deal we had going on there. So hopefully it will have some cool liveries. You'll have to let me know what you all think in the future. I am missing something from the body. Is that just license plates? Can't believe I don't have 2 blank license plates in my test profile. Ah, well, it's got numbers on it. Have I ever blurted out a bleep word whilst recording? Yes. Many, many times. You probably won't notice, not to toot my own horn about being a relatively good editor, but I can hide things like that quite well without people noticing. Sometimes it's obvious. But yes, I've definitely occasionally let out the odd word, and I am worried about it live streaming that I'm just going to go, oh, or something. I'm very conscious in my head thinking about it. I'm hoping I won't, but we shall see. Still missing some bits for the body, and I can't think of what it is. Did I get all the windows? Is it the seats? No, that comes under interior. I'm just checking I'm not 98% of the parts. Yeah, oh bleep. I've got my sound effects. Oh, they seem very quiet for me. Were they quiet for you? Was that loud? I don't know. Do let me know before I press the next one. I could add a bleep in there so I can just auto bleep myself out instead. I can't think of what I'm missing from this car. Is it just because it's a white base and it's hard to see? Tell you what, let's go in the shop and see what we spoke. We've definitely got one of them. We've definitely got one of them. We've got one of them. That's on, that's on. The door's on. Fenders are on. Doors on. The windows are in. Hood's on. Fenders on. Headlights are in. Rear clamshell. Oh, is there like a bit under the rear plate? Oh, I didn't even hear it. Okay. So, I'm going to... There we go. Knew there was a bit missing somewhere. So, I'm going to have to up the audio on that. Thank you, Kuzo. Rear clamshell. Thank you for that. So, the sound on that was a little quiet and we didn't hear it. I do have a way of turning that up separately. Level... Too loud? Not loud enough? Did we even hear it? As if we didn't hear it, I need to change some more audio settings. But it'd be interesting. Right, now that should be everything for the bodywork. 100%, frames at 100%. Yay, that was good. Thank you. Right, okay, that was in there. Just glad to hear it was actually playing through. I've been messing around with audio settings for honestly about 6 days. with my previous issues, and then obviously when I went to this software, I've been messing around for about a day and a half trying to figure out. So I'm just glad sound wise things are working, because I'm not gonna lie, I've lost my temper a lot in the past sort of week and a half and stuff trying to figure this out as we go. I've not had a good time, but it was my birthday, so we took some time, we relaxed, had a surprise party thrown for me. Definitely partied a little bit too hard, and I'm unwell, and I shouldn't have. But there we go. Body's back together, so let's get this into the paint shop, and we'll figure out what we can do with the colours, because is it Ghost Dragon wants a bronzy colour, but we want to do the chrome work all black. So let's figure this out. I think we should go for a metallic finish. We're going to take, maybe not the brightness. Okay, I've definitely bleeped a fair few times over the past sort of week and a half. I don't even. I don't. If I had a swear jar, I'd now be rich. I'll put it that way. What are we thinking of the colour, Ghost Dragon? Is it a bit too dark? Do we want to put it in like chrome? I love it better. I mean, as far as this at the moment, you should be able to. This should be able to set up yourself. Yeah, none of this is through mods. You should definitely be able to do this on console. Just try. I mean, bear in mind, I do this day in, day out. So for me, when someone says a color, I'm like, slide. It's fine, and I can normally figure out to a degree. Color matching is a bit harder. But there, and so you reckon this color Ghost Dragon, and then we'll try and get as much of this trim black as we can, instead of chroming it out. We'll give that a go. I'll see what options we can do in a moment. I don't even curse anymore. I just give a decently hard punch to my table, then go about my day. I don't punch things anymore. I've gone the other way. I tend to scream out loud and swear rather than punching things, due to various broken knuckles, holes in walls, and screens broken. I've done that a couple of times. So I tend to not do the punchy punch and more the sweary swear, shouty shouty. But there we go. So we'll go for some. This is something you won't be able to do, Ghost Dragon, but we'll go for some black bolts on here, I think, to tie in with the theme. I've done that the wrong way around, haven't I? That way. So go some black bolts on there. Very chromed out engine, isn't it? But we'll get it painted. And then first thing I want to do is I want to take this front end off. And I want to give this a go. Because I want to go for my previously used colour in a chrome finish. And then we go into quality of life mod. And I'm going to change this to a steel black. Oh, it does it the other way. I mean, that would look epic, but it only does it the other way half decently. It leaves a bit of texture on there, but it does black out the grille. We'll give it a go. See what it looks when we slam it on the car. See, texture-wise, it isn't too bad. You can see the difference, but we can get away with that. So we'll take this front bumper off as well. We're going to do the same thing. I'm going to try and do a fender as well, if we can. No, that front bumper there. And we're just going to go straight up matte black on that, I think. Going to have to go in there and force it. Thank you very much. I generally go for weird words like, what the barnacles? I do sometimes do stuff like that, but that's mostly when I'm around my niece. My desk's a trooper for sure. Compliant combined with CMS, Assetto, and BeamNG, I hit it at least 50 times. I am not even surprised at that statistic. I don't trust my desk well enough, and the quite expensive equipment that is on this desk, if it collapsed on me, I'd definitely be very disappointed. So I think for the time being, I'm going to continue to scream and shout until further notice. So go into here, we're going to go steel black across here again, and we're going to try and do the same as we did for that front bumper. Man, that with bronze trim looks nice. So we can do it that way, and we can do it that way. We have got to be careful, though, especially when it comes to matching the other side. We're doing stuff like this. That's not too bad. So we'll get you on there. See, it does it. You can. I mention this all of the time, but you see the texture difference. There's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. But there we go. Try and see if we can get that other fender to match that one. Helps if we're on the outside. Looking in. Anyone know what song I was just quoting there? Oh, jumpy, jumpy, jumpy. So there is a blacked out front end with the trim blacked out. We could, because we've got chrome on the bumper strips as well, and then that would make all the bubbly finish match. Gravity. If I ever met you and tripped over in public and you shouted gravity, I would probably cry with laughter. I'm not going to lie. I found that quite amusing. Let's go back across here. A bit more steel black. And can we get these trim pieces in black with the hood still in bronze? We can. There we go. Does leave us with the detailing on there, but here's what it is. I suppose I'll put my license plate back on for the moment. And then now at least it matches, because we're now going to sort of do the same with the doors. Potentially. Oh, the body trim. No, we're not going to do the doors. And the reason I'm not going to do the doors is because it's going to look stupid with this piece of body trim, black up to there, and then chrome the rest. So I think we'll leave that bit at the front blacked, because I do quite like these arch trim pieces like that. Or do we? See, this is the decisions I make. This is why videos take me so long to make. Because I basically will get to this point and go, I don't like it. Because there's nothing I can do with this piece of trim down here. Absolutely zero, zilch, nada, nothing. And the same with the trim and the rear wheel. I was checking to see where the door finished before I made this comment. See, that's disappointing. Black tail lights is definitely going to be a thing, though. That'll be a thing. Out you come. And we'll do a black bumper as well. And probably black out that trunk. Oh, I see. That's why that's a piece underneath it. That makes sense. Of course. So, we want rear bumper. Physics. It's physics' fault. Ah, that was matte finish, wasn't it? I'm going to override that and override that. Yeah. I mean, I know exactly what you mean, Kuzo. I do mess with trim quite often, mostly because I'm not the biggest fan of chrome. Sometimes there's nothing you can do about it, like you say, because you end up with these weird textures and mix and match. I don't mind this. I don't mind there being a tiny little black trim there going into the chrome. This bit here is upsetting me a little bit, but then it would look weird if it wasn't like it now, because I've done the rest of it. So I don't know. What do you think, Ghost Dragon? What do you think so far? Do you think we should revert it back to the chrome trim, or leave as it is? Is it working? If someone's being silly, you call them a mushroom, a piece of cheese, or a pineapple head. I mean, I have heard pineapple head before from my niece, who is 5, 6, 5. I'm going to get in trouble for that. I don't know. My sister's probably going to kill me. You don't know how old your niece is? You only went to her birthday earlier this month. Got to change that to steel black first. No, I haven't. I'm going to change that to steel black first. It's been a long day. Oh, that's the mode we want. Fleetwood in black. Funny textures. On you go. That's looking all right. We'll do the tail lights. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave the doors definitely as they were. Disco, 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 disco. Hearing the word disco repeatedly. You can do your own opinion if you like. No, it's... hey, look, I get lost in myself when doing this. I like other people to have some input. I find it always fun. And I also find it a bit of a challenge getting it to sort of work as the best of as I can. Oh, I don't want to do that. Definitely not. Please stay at stayed. Thank you. So I'm more than happy to build to a specification. It gives me something to challenge and something to aim for. I've already selected the black, haven't I? Everything on we go. So, you know, this is yeah, but this is what I deal with on a every sort of every other day basis, trying to figure out what will work best for an individual build that will tie in together for itself. Like if I was making this for a video right now, like not live on stream with people giving their input and stuff, if I was just making this for a video, ignoring the textures, I would probably, this rear end I'd probably leave as is. I quite like that setup on there. I'd probably change the fender just back to the normal finish, but the hood and the front end I'd leave as they were. That's the like as they are now, because I like that if I was going for the bronze finish. So the only thing I'd probably change back is these pieces, just so that the trim running down the side all matches, if I was doing it myself. Forgetting what I'm trying to do here. Forgetting words. What are they called? Fenders. So yeah, this is all I would change on this, is I would just take this off and go back to the standard finish. No mixture, nothing, normal, and then I'd just reset the colour so it doesn't get that finish on it. That's all I would do differently if I was doing this one for myself. Would just be, and it's still left the texture on it, but yeah, words. Not my friend. Sometimes not my friend. Words. It's weird that I can't seem to remove the texture from it. Because normal should have fixed it. It doesn't seem to have. We shall see. But yeah, Ghost Dragon, that's all I would do differently. Is I'd leave that trim chrome just so it matches down the side, because I can't touch the bottom pieces or the wheel arch trim at the back there. The rest of it, I like the black on the front end. I think that looks smart with the bronze. It looks really, really nice. Maybe change the lights. We'll give it a go. See if we can make these lights look a little bit better. See, imagine doing this day in, day out, but talking to yourself. It'd be wild, wouldn't it? Can I even change the lights? Some lights aren't changeable. There we go. Just have to go fully paintable. I think we just go everything on that. We'll do everything. Yeah, it's a bit more meaner at the front end. I definitely like that. That front end looks smart. So we'll get that other tail light, headlight done like that. There we go, black and bronze. I need to put these windows back in. And we've got a mirror that we could definitely black out. My typing is not up to scratch either. PM, have you ever made a spilly mess on your desk? Define a spilly mess. I mean, I've got a corner desk. It wraps around the corner, and I've got two whopping great playmats covering it. So I don't think it would be that much of an issue, because the playmats would soak most of it up. I'll be honest, they're two Magic the Gathering playmats, and they're both pirate-themed ones, because I love pirates. Oh, Bit jumpy in here at the moment. 55 SPS at the moment. But there we go. Let's put this mirror back on as well. Oh, I know exactly what you mean, Ghost Dragon, because that's me. Obviously. I just, I go to town on pretty much every build. You don't always see it, but it's many, many, many hours. Hello, John Smith. I'm doing all right. It sounds weird when people... Oh, hello. What feature? I missed your previous comment, John Smith. I do apologise. What features are you hoping to makes it in the next CMS game? More painting options, like the quality of life painting mod on here, with better finishes and stuff. No offense to Mietzi, he's an absolute legend, hero of a man. I love him. But, you know, better painting options like with the quality of life mod, and more interior options. Obviously, this is different because this is a full custom build. So, favourite TV show? Black Sails. 100%. That was the easiest answer I've ever given to anything in my entire life. It's the best TV show I've ever seen. I need to buy new seats. So we'll do that now. And probably a new steering wheel as well. What's your favourite TV show, Truck Fan? See, I'm not going to touch these seats in this build, whereas normally I would do something with the seats, but I really like the red on these seats, so I'm going to leave them as they were. But we will do something with the steering wheel. Oh, itchy eye. Not sure if he will mod the next CMS game, though. He might not. I know well, at the time he was stopping modding sort of altogether for a bit. Whether he's still doing that or not, I'm not sure. I love his work. Without his work, I probably wouldn't be still doing what I'm doing here. I'll be honest. Steering helps if I press E. So I think can we do a cheeky little two-tone on this? Maybe I don't need to. If I can just get like the steering wheel. That's too much. All right, maybe we will try a bit of two-tone. Okay, you can't do two-tone with this steering wheel. So we'll go fully paintable. I think the only option I've got is that, really, isn't it? Not a fan. Not a fan. I'll leave that one in chrome, I think. I have no idea what I'm doing. It's all going horribly wrong for me. Welcome back, Carson. A 1982 Buick Grand. Is that a square one? That's kind of similar to this, isn't it? The Grand National. Have I got that right, Ghost Dragon? Not the same as this. Favorite band, artist, song coming in clutch from Truck Fan. Favorite band's Taking Back Sunday. Favorite artist is Taking Back Sunday. Favorite song is Cute About the E, in brackets, cut from the team, Taking Back Sunday. I have lyrics of it tattooed on my arm. I'm a big fan of Taking Back Sunday. Have been for many years. I feel old. I look very old. I'm not going to say how many years because I feel old. But I started listening to them before I was legally allowed to drink, and that's in the UK, not in America. But there we go. I think that's the colour we go for. Obviously, if you haven't been around the whole time, I won't cover it in full detail. We didn't do all of the trim pieces down the side because we can't touch some of this. Hence, that's the updates I'm looking for. If hopefully be in the next game, is being able to do all of the trim work, not just a few little bits here and there with the quality of life mod, that kind of thing. I'd like it that you'd just be able to do, maybe even have it in a setting in the paint shop. Like car paint, trim paint. I don't know how hard it would be to code it to be like that. Whether it would be easier just to take all the trim off and do it as removable trim. Stuff like that. We shall see. Biggest tech disaster. Probably the last week with all my recording stuff just all going to absolute being a nightmare for me and having to use new software and figure all of that out while we're going and stuff. Don't get me wrong, it's had a good outcome. I'm now going to live stream here and there as well as recording videos, so I'm happy with the outcome of the tech disaster. But at the time, the tech disaster, I wanted to hurt people, specifically people who worked for NVIDIA at the time. We won't go into it. 1982 Buick Regal Grand. Oh, the Regal. Did you say Regal last time? I'm going to have a look for the Buick Regal Grand National because I want to know now. Pause the stream. Oh, yes, I know which one you're on about. Definitely looks something that looks absolutely beautiful when it's just completely murdered out. Looking at stunning. Oh, wrong screen. What is happening right now? My computer's having a meltdown. Not a proper meltdown. Every time I've been off a window and come back to my game, it's reopening the window. I don't want it to reopen. No, stop it. I'm just going to fully close that window if it's just going to carry on being a nightmare. There we go. You had a gravity moment. You dropped the remote on the floor. What is happening right now? What is happening was non-visual bloopers. A little bit of audio blooperage in the background, but mostly non-visual bloopers. Right, I think that's what we're going to do for the paint on this car. Obviously, I'm trying not to spend too long on it. I'm 2 hours and 20 minutes into a stream that I never intended to do. It was just meant to be a test to get everything up and running. But why not? We're here now. We're having some fun. Does that say swap with the caddy? Did I have a caddy in the paint shop? Oh, I did when I was in earlier. I do remember there was a purple caddy in the paint shop. We'll do that another time because I love a caddy. So there we go. See, as soon as I've painted it, I'm like, now I want to paint some of the engine as well. I don't have time. We're not painting the engine. Let's go and repair some of this. We'll keep your starter. We won't keep the drive shaft or the gearbox or the brakes or the pinions. But I am just going to keep the suspension arms as they were. Normally, I would upgrade these, thanks to TK Aftermarket, to performance ones. And that's if I was going fully to town on this build, and then I'd custom build it and all of that. So we're not going to quite do that today. Maybe the next one. Opinions on F1. That's a difficult one. When I was a kid, my dad watched F1 all of the time, without fail. You know, if we were out camping, we'd go to somewhere where he could watch the Formula One, and then make sure we're there ready for it on the Sunday so that he could watch it. It's not that I'm not a fan. I think when I was a child, I didn't find it that exciting because the races can be quite boring, especially when you're a kid. And I think that sort of put me off it a little bit, you know, going on in life. I enjoy it as a sport. I like watching highlights. I couldn't watch a full race. I do find that a little bit boring. I'm not going to lie. Nothing against it. Nothing against anyone that enjoys it. There's too much money in it, but then there's too much money in most things these days. So it's... And also, the V10 engine era was the best. Nothing will ever beat that. Ditto. I like it. Good to know. We were talking about it earlier. It's probably truck fan. I absolutely love the cars from car racing, any type of car racing, because they always look fantastic. But I can't physically watch car racing. Again, highlights, no problem with watching highlights. Love seeing highlights of racing because you get everything. There's the cool overtakes all happening at once, crashes, all things like that. But watching a full race, apart from being live in the stands, done 24-hour Le Mans, that was a lot of fun. But yeah, I couldn't sit there. I couldn't take a Saturday afternoon and spend 3 hours watching a race. 20 minutes on a Sunday, catching up the highlights, no problem. Yeah, little chunks on YouTube. For me, it's probably one of the big reasons why I think YouTube was successful in the first place was little clip videos like that, and then obviously private individuals going in and making it the best they could, and all the funnies too, especially with it's live recording, so the commentators are always going to give you some bloopers and whoopsies, aren't they? Words, you know, do their best to edit them out, but they're quite funny sometimes, so there's not necessarily a point. I've got an issue. I've just printed screen. I definitely didn't mean to. Is that everything? That's everything. Right. I still need to go in my inventory though, so I don't need you or you. Sell that. I'm just getting rid of the stuff I don't want in my inventory anymore. So we're going to need to replace all of that. The wheels we'll sort out later. Separate the suspension. Technical difficulties. Like golf. John Smith. Brutal. Bringing the golfers into this. No, yeah, golf is exactly the same. I could watch some highlights and stuff like that. But yeah, I couldn't. The odd highlight of golf I could definitely watch, but I could not watch a full length round of golf, you know, like the US Open or something like that. I mean, how many hours upon days is that to actually watch? No, thank you. But yeah, I agree. It's relatively the same with racing. Favorite builds have to be both of the Bronco. Is that my favorite builds or just favorite builds in general? That's an interesting question. No, I've never had a power issue. Truck fan. I've had power cuts, but I live in South Devon in England, and we have relatively good infrastructure. I live in a relatively new build house, so there's not too much to go wrong. We had a massive lightning storm a couple of weeks ago, actually, when one of my friends was down, and it took out traffic light power, but there was never any power issues to my house. So thank you, John. Catch you later on, buddy. We're probably gonna do another live stream tomorrow around the video time, because I haven't got a video done, obviously, because I've had lots of issues, but we'll go from there. Your favorite builds? Glad to hear it, Ghost Dragon. Wait, nice to hear the other side of the North Sea is just as good. Truck fan. Where are we? I don't know why I came back in here. I still need to fix some parts, don't I? Or at least buy some parts. So, I know what we can do. While I'm here, let's get you fixed. I do need to buy a gearbox and drive shaft. We do need all of the exhaust. Some of the brake stuff. Although I just added a drum to my list that I don't need. Sort all of this in condition order. And this is my process when I come to doing the suspension and stuff. Repair what I can repair, and replace or upgrade what I need to replace or upgrade. It's pretty hard. Catch you later on, John. Thank you for popping in. Need to swap that back. Thank you. Gearbox, be a good place to start. Now, the drive shaft doesn't come up from clicking it, so we'll type it in. Thank you. You've got to do a performance exhaust. Exactly, Ghost Dragon. Got to do a performance exhaust. I mean, yeah, truck fan. It's not to say I haven't had power outages, but most of the power outages come directly from inside the house, like someone tripping something rather than something on some exterior method messing with it, if you know what I mean. I bought too many of them. We're not going to use the middle muffler because I'm going to buy the delete for that. We'll need the front exhausts. Don't need that brake. Don't need that brake drum. Get rid of that. 2 discs, 2 calipers, 2 pads, 2 sets of pinions. There we go. What else of this is performance bushings? 12. Small bushings 4. Do we have a front sway bar? Did I miss it? Oh, it's front sway bar B. That's fine. Outer tie rod. Gonna need 2 of them. 2 of they. 2 of they. I think I already bought that, but never mind. Ours, weirdly, for 2 days randomly last year, our electricity decided that if the toaster and the microwave were on at the same time, it would trip it. It stopped. We didn't change anything. It just decided it would be fine from now on, but it was a weird experience. And I need to sort that out. Oh, I can never remember which one's which. Middle muffler. That's the resonator. Right, that should be all of that. We just need to sort out the other brake drum because I didn't bother buying a new one because I am cheap, even though nothing is costing anything in this test mode. But there we go. Let's put some shocks back together. Now, obviously, normally, if I was doing this build normally, I would be painting the shocks, the springs, absolutely everything, the bushings. But I don't want to I don't want to be here too late. Basically, it's currently 11 o'clock at night. I do believe someone in this house will be going to bed very shortly, so I'm going to need to trim the noise down a little bit. So we'll get this one finished. We'll take it for a quick test drive somewhere and see how it turns out. Had one of space heater was going in the office, and either the AC was on or the EcoFloss was charging. EcoFlows floss. Reading words. Congratulations. There we go. Have we sorted everything? I'm going to go scrap off all the junk so I don't accidentally put some of that back in. Did I already scrap off all the junk? Can you not do this in this mode? Huh. Is it because nothing costs anything that I can't do it? I don't normally play in this mode very often. There we go. Ooh. There we go. You can't scrap off in this mode, so I'm just going to have to bin all the stuff from my inventory. So we do sell parts. Anything below 99% can go. Easy. It wouldn't let me. I mean, I haven't got anything left anymore, but I couldn't get to the other screen. I mean, I've got no costs. This is... hello, Barker. Nice to see you. This is... I can't think of what they call it. Sandbox mode is the word I'm looking for. Like, I've got everything. I could just unlimitedly play anything. So, yeah, that might have been from that. Or it was a weird glitch. Nice to see you, Barker. This is yours, by the way. People have been asking about it. Lovely to just leave it here. Looking awesome. It's still... oh, if I get around here. Still top of the speederboard. As you can see on there. That was... I don't think that was a words. That was more of I got stuck and confused myself. Words. Anyway, where were we? Let's start getting this Fleetwood back together. We're not painting too much. Basically, Barker, we're doing a quick build. I was testing to see if my new software stuff would live stream, see how it goes, what was going on. I've got it all set up. It's working lovely. Thanks to my brother. Very much appreciate it. And now we're just going to get this car back together as it was. We're not painting anything. We have upgraded a few parts, but not absolutely everything, just so we can get it finished. And then we're going to take it for a quick test drive somewhere. Where do we want to go, everybody? Drag strip, racetrack, gravel track? What do you want to see? Truck fan. Bizarre question, that. I like it. No, not really. I'll be honest. Major appliance. I mean, TVs? Does that count? Or are you talking like fridge freezers and stuff? Oh, we all know you like the drag strip, Barker. Washing machine and tumble dryer. That's got to be quite annoying. Not going to lie. That would annoy me. I'll be honest. I've lived in a few shared houses, so it doesn't really count. Like the appliances are normally like the landlords or whatever. Living on my own, I've never really had any major issues, I guess. I suppose I've spent most of my time living above pubs and restaurants, and again, the appliances and stuff are normally owned by the actual pub or a house managing company, whatever. So if I, come down as a manager and was basically my fridge or freezer didn't work, I would just phone up head office and say, I'm who I am. I'm at this site. This has stopped working, and they'd just send me a new one. It'd normally be there by the end of the day. So I've never really recalled because it's been so not an inconvenience to me, if you know what I mean. So there we go. Bit of history background for me there, I guess. But TVs, many TVs I've had break over the years, normally at the worst possible time, as you can imagine. Like, just as you've spent your money on bills and stuff like that, it just decides it's not going to work anymore. We did buy an extra one of them just for funsies. Gearbox in. Still got to buy all that. Oh, did I bin everything off without buying all the engine bay stuff, or did I get it? Did anyone remember? Oh, didn't buy a fuel tank, I know that. I'm pretty confident I can answer that one, Barker. The twin-turbo McLaren was built for me for a video. I don't think he's going to make it public because he basically told me it was mine and I could give it to my channel members. So that one's going to probably... I mean, it's up to Barker. It's his build. He can do whatever he wants with it, 100%. But I think he was like, we'll keep that one for the fans, for the channel members. Printers. I've had plenty of printers go down on me at the worst possible time over the years. As in personal level, not business level. Here's a question for all of you guys currently in the audience. What sort of games would you like to see me play over the coming year? Whether it be YouTube videos, live stream, whatever. Obviously, I'm still going to be doing Car Mechanic Simulator a lot because I absolutely adore this game. Did not mean to turn my torch on. But I'd like to get into some other games as well. Hopefully build a slightly bigger audience. What would you like to see? Anything in particular? Did I buy the engine bay stuff? We'll come back to wheels in a minute. Oh, I need the fuel tank, don't I? Let's go and buy one of they. Good spelling. Can't remember if I bought a fuel pump or not. Oh, I've got some of the engine bay stuff, not all of it. Farm sim. Farm sim's not a bad shout, actually, Barker. Plus, I was going to say I've got someone I can play with, but he's on console and that's laggy, so we won't be doing that. Thank you, truck fan. Yes, the drive shaft is sticking through the floor. I don't know if there's anything we can do with this one. Oh, no, we're all right now. We've got the interior in. It has covered it up. So it was the interior that was blocking that one, Ghost Dragon. But thank you for reminding me, because I had sort of forgot. But glad to see it's rectified itself and I don't have to do anything about it, because that would have meant going into the car editor and fixing that. So I'm glad that's sort of sorted. But apparently I didn't buy the fuel pump. So in you go. Did I really not buy a fuel pump? Useless. Absolutely useless. I've got, I want to say 22. Probably older than that, if I'm being honest. Farm sim. No. Where's farm sim on here? I've got 22. I've got 22. But obviously, yeah, not the recent one. Yeah, very, very Ghost Dragon. Very happy that the drive shaft isn't slicking through the floor once we got that one in and ready to go with the interior. So that is definitely a good sign. I don't mind. Obviously, I get when people are making these mods, they're making a base config and then they're making multiple variations of said config. And I get not everything's going to line up all the time. And I've got no problem going in the car editor, switching a few bits here and there, making things work. But it's not the quickest. And it's mostly to do with my loading times. But there we go. That's the second newest farming sim. Need for Speed. Not sure how I feel about Need for Speed. I love the older games. The newer ones, I don't know. I think it's probably just because you've seen me racing. I'm pretty bad at it, let's be honest, even with a controller. I'd like to, at some point, do steering wheel pedals and give that a go. Because I think I'd probably be better racing with a steering wheel and pedals than I would be with a controller, because you can't, micro turns aren't so easy on a controller. You can still do them, but they're not as easy as they are just with a slight little turn of the steering wheel. But that's for way in the future. Ever had a PC blue screen? I'll be honest, the PC I'm running right now is the first ever PC I've properly bought. I've had a laptops, mostly for work stuff, so they've never been any good. Bought them myself, but they've never been, mind-blowing or anything like that. I suppose when I was a kid, I definitely had a PC blue screen. YouTube said they did not know what was happening with the membership. Have you got proof of purchase? Just say, if you've got proof of payment, send them that, and then basically they'll be able to unlock it for you. I can't do it. I can't make someone a member without YouTube's intervention. I've got no control over it. Basically, it's I can control what they get once they become a member, but if you're having any issues with it, I can't fix that. It's all on YouTube's back end. It's got nothing to do with me. I have to do a bronze radiator to give that front end colour. Good call, Ghost Dragon. I would say, Carson, if you're still having issues, send them your payment confirmation and say, look, here's the confirmation that I have paid for it, and I'm still not getting access. I've got, as I say, absolutely zero control over it whatsoever. That looks like it needs to be a little bit lighter. too much. Somewhere in the middle there. That'll do. Okay. I'm guessing you're old enough to mess about with floppy disks. Truck fan, that is very rude. 100% accurate, but it's very rude. No, I'm joking. It's not rude at all. I am definitely old enough to have messed around with floppy disks. I was graphic designing and transferring it from computer to computer via floppy disks. So yes, I'm definitely old enough to have floppy disks. Haven't thought about floppy disks in a long time. Yeah, I'm really sorry, Carson. As I say, I can only set up what they show and what the price tiers are and stuff like that. As far as that, YouTube's responsible for the rest of it. It's not something I can it's not like Patreon, where that's kind of like the individual person can manage it to a degree. The YouTube side of it, if it's like, for example, if my video won't play on your device, I've got nothing for that. It's all to do with YouTube servers and YouTube's back end and things like that. I have minimal control over it. Floppy disk, I've definitely had floppy disk bloopers over the years. I used to have a oh my god, showing my age. I used to have a tray on my desk, family computer desk, not personal desk. This was many years ago. I've only got one price tier, Carson. It's only the £2.99. I don't have a bigger one. But I had I don't know what you would even call it, a floppy disk storage device that was basically just a flip lidded tray that you stored all your floppy disks in. I had a little sticker printer sheets so that I could print stickers that for each floppy disk. I'm such a loser. That's so bad. But I was at college at the time. I was doing a lot of graphic design work, basically, much more higher standard than I'm doing now, I'll be honest, because I've forgotten more than I can remember. Two of the people is you. Have you got 2 memberships, Ghost Dragon? Why have you got 2 memberships? I mean, I'm not complaining. Thank you very much. But why have you got 2 memberships? I appreciate it, but you shouldn't do that. Don't spend more for the same service. Right, what do we need from this bill? We need the you bought a couple of what, as in from other YouTubers, and have you had any problem with any of the other ones, Carson? I'm gonna need to buy other fuses, I know that. Oh, 2 people watching now. I got you, Ghost Dragon. I got you. Confused myself a little bit there. I mean, you've had problems with YouTube before, haven't you, Carson? Oh. Ow. Fuses all in. We did do the radiator, so we need to put our bronzy radiator in. Good choice, Ghost Dragon. Oh, back up a little bit. There we go. Oh, I need that. Need that, probably. Yeah. And I probably need all the battery stuff as well. Just using your phone to text. It's probably for the best. I've tried typing on Xbox. It doesn't work very well. $25 currently. Oh, I thought when I first read that, Barker, I thought you meant 25 just wasn't that good, but it's not that good because it's not got the full mod support or mod releases as the other games, and they're all on Patreon. They're all behind a paywall. I mean, I get it, totally get it. Mods are hard to work. I would completely understand if most mods came behind a paywall. It is what it is. Is everything fine, VM? No, I'm hurting a little bit, but we'll carry on. We're all right. We can keep going. I did forget what I was doing though. Battery. Battery tray, battery brackets. What are we building? Cadillac. Looks like I'm painting it. Shh. This isn't a Chevrolet cover to go on the top. It's not a Chevrolet cover to go on the top. It's not a Chevrolet cover to go on the top. See, it's just plain. Don't know what you're talking about. Plain and bronze coloured. I don't think I bought that yet. But we'll do that. In you go there. On you go on there. And lid on the top. You need some milk. Wait, you trying to get me to sneeze? Oh, I did already add them to my shopping list. That done, that done. You in there, you in there. And then I think it's just wheels now, isn't it? We've done everything else? I believe so. Oh. I must have misremembered that. My apologies, Carson. I thought you had, I thought I'd seen you mention a few issues before. I've not seen anyone else with membership issues, and my brother recently subscribed to it today, so I don't know what to say. Did he? How did he manage that? Oh, he just didn't join the Discord. Truck fan, you're mental. Right, last thing to do on our beautiful Fleetwood. Let's have a look. We want to sort some wheels out. So that's the factory sizes, which I'm never a big fan of. What is... Can't remember what I'm doing. So let's have a look. Does that count as a blooper? I'm not sure it counts as a blooper, but it is what it is. Let's see how this one fits. So they fit all right. They're not clipping too much. I definitely want some bigger rims because we got some brake caliper clipping issues on there. So we need to rectify that. So they were 15s. Oh, I bought an extra one of them. I don't need that. And apparently I bought an extra one of them as well. So 15s. We'll pop it up to an 18. And we'll make the profile a bit smaller. So let's go into the welcome to the rim shop. What would look good on this? So we go to the bottom, where I've got a couple of double toners. I don't think they'll fit it. It's got to be something that looks a little bit old school, but with a bit of a modern twist. Does that make sense? Or is that just me talking rubbish? If it is, I totally understand and get it. See you later on, Truck Fan. Thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure. You've been here from the very start of this and you've stuck around all the way to the end. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Just do some Fairlady Z's. They've sort of got a bit of a muscly feel as well as a bit old school. Quite like them. Obviously did the Cordoba rims. Cordoba rims. Glad to hear it, Truck Fan. Oh, I still didn't... I spoke about closing the competition earlier and never got around to it. I'll sort that out when we finish the stream. Which is not going to be too much longer now. Choo-choo! See you later, Truck Fan. It was a pleasure having you here. Any rim jumping out at anybody? For me, I think it was just I think the Nissan rims are going to fit it quite well. The Z's. We'll give it a bash. We'll go for an 18. We'll do slick tyres. Oh, they're thin, aren't they, though? They're only 215s. Rim 19. We'll have a look at rim 19. Profile was 75, but that was on a 15-inch rim, so try a 45 just to see what the size fitting's a bit like. And then while we're doing that, let's go have a look at rim at 19. I could have just searched it. Probably would have been a lot easier. because the number ordering on this is all over the shop. 19. Oh, these. Oh, are they the ones that are on it? Oh, we'll give them a bash. See what we can do colour-wise with it as well. We don't want any ET. We'll leave that as that. That tyre looks a little bit too chunky for that rim. Needs to be a bit bigger. Needs to be a bit bigger. Needs to be a lot bigger. Okay. That answers that question. It turns out we're going to do like 20, maybe 22-inch rims. We go back into here. Where'd the 19 go? Up there. So we get you in a 20. And I'm going to get that Z again, just to have a look. No, we'll leave it with the 19s. Oh, we're going to need a new tyre as well, though, obviously. Let's go up to a 20. I've got to keep that the same. I'm going to bring the profile down just a tad bit more. 20-inch rim. Big old tyre. This should fit a little bit better. We'll give it a go. We'll try and two-tone the colours, try and make it look a bit cool. See what we can do. No, can't use that one. We've got some brake caliper clippy issues. And if I put ET on it, it's going to bring that rim... Oh, we might get away with a tad bit of ET on it. So let's go separate them again. Go buy another one. I'm going to type it rather than searching backwards and forwards. So we go for a 20... Probably about 20 ET on there as well, I think. A rough guess. We'll see. Just to make my life easier, let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. And get rid of that. Moving too fast for the game there. Going around. Right. Is 20 ET too much or not enough? Not enough, but blaggable. We can get away with that. We can get away with that. How far does it stick out? We can even go a bit wider. Let's put it on. No problem, Barker. Honestly, this was a test stream. I just wanted to make sure I could get everything up and running and working properly. I'm going to be doing a full stream tomorrow. Probably starting around 6 o'clock, normally my video time. We go for there because I haven't had time to record a video with learning some new software and everything like that to recording, getting my video settings all right for recording, and obviously then test streaming and playing around for hours with audio settings, trying to get it close enough that when I went live it would work. So this was only just a test stream, but I thought I'd carry on as enough people dropped in and made it a bit of fun. So thank you for dropping in, Barker. I'll catch you later on. Hopefully see you on the stream tomorrow if you're around. So that sort of works with the brake calipers and stuff. Sticks out just enough to be fine on there. So bit of a 20-inch ET is fine. So we're going to get some more of them. I'm going to do all three the same. Do you want to, Ghost Dragon, do you want to keep them chrome wheels, or do you think we should change it? Bit of two-tone, chrome, maybe a bit of the bronze on there with some black maybe or something. What would you like to see? We've done this build kind of based on your specifications with a few changes. I'd like your input. Thank you very much. I'm going to go separate... Oh, no, actually, before I do that, I'm going to test the size fitting on the rear wheel, because this could be totally different. Ah, is that going to clip through the body? Oh, did not mean to turn the torch on. No, it's alright. It's not clipping through the body on there. That's fine. Coming up to 3 hours. I think that's quite a long. Bronze spokes and the rest black. If I can do that, that'll be absolutely banging. It will look fantastic. Good colour choice. We'll see what we can do. Got stuck on the cabinet there. Oh, I do need to go buy more wheels, don't I? What did I do? 40, 20, 215. That's that taken care of. Oh, it'd be so good. Oh, the opposite of that. Okay, we can't quite get what you wanted with the bronze spokes and the rest black, but we can do bronze full center and the trim around the edge black. That's a shame because we literally want the opposite of that. Would be perfect. Bang on straight opposite of that would be perfect. But never mind, that's still going to look good. And I do think the bronze spokes are the better call, in my opinion. All the way across the steel black. Not that one. Number 4. Just double checking. Couldn't select it for some reason then. Don't know what was going on there. Carry on back through. Steel black. Off you go. Off you go. Too far. There we go. That's all the rims painted. Let's get them on some tyres and let's get this Fleetwood all finished off. Because we are almost 3 hours in. Good old wheel balancing. This is the bit I'm normally too quick for the game for. Probably the bit that annoys me the most, actually, when I'm trying to do this and I'm moving really quickly and it can't keep up. Seems to be doing fantastically at the moment, though, I'm not going to lie. Oh, that was the last one. Can't count. Definitely. All right, yeah, we've got to tint the windows. We'll also see what we can do with the lights as well on there, because I do think this would be pretty mean. Oh, well, the red at the back, though, is quite cool. We might leave them as they are. I think I remember this front end. I think you can do something with these lights, but it looks a bit weird, so we might not. We'll see. Tiny little bit of clip in there, but we can get away with it, so we're all right. Rear rim's all right. Definitely should have painted them brake calipers at the back there. Calipers? Drum. That's the word I was thinking of that I couldn't remember. On you go, on you go. We'll get you on there as well. And there we go. Dunzo. Dunzo, Washington. Apart from some window tinting, obviously. So we'll go and do that. Oh, that is... Honestly, Ghost Dragon, excellent colour choices on this one. The bronze body with the black. When you first said about a bronze body, I was a little bit dubious. But after finishing this off, it looks absolutely fantastic. Would have loved to have done all of the trim on it in black, and I'm really hoping that's a kind of feature that they will add in the next Car Mechanic Simulator game. But we shall see. Let's crack on though. Let's get these windows tinted. I don't want to do all. I know that. So we go windshield. 80? Is that going to be too dark? We'll find out in a minute. We'll find out in a minute. Rear window, that can definitely be 100. Up you go on there. Front left. We'll go 80 on that, just to make sure we can see out of it. There's nothing worse than tinting all your windows and then realising you can't see anything. Especially if you're going to drag race it. Because that one you do kind of need to be able to see. Now let's have a look. It wants to let me do something with the door. I'm assuming... If I remember correctly, I think that's one of these pieces in here. For example, if I make it green, yeah. Don't want to do it, but there we go. That is a piece down there. I'm assuming it's going to be the same for the other side and the other doors. Headlights. See, if we fully black it, it's too much. Oh, there's... Yeah, all right. We'll leave the fronts, definitely. And I do think we're going to leave the black back because I quite like that badge in the middle with the red. So we're going to leave that as that. That's it. There we go. I didn't tint the front lights, right? And it's just done it anyway. What's happened there? And the rears. Did I do something on all? Have I been an idiot? Reset. Reset. That's not resetting. Okay, fair enough. Windshield. I want that all as it is. That was fine. I just didn't want this done at all. Off. Reset. Right headlight. I mean, I didn't even adjust this. Reset. No. Reset. Thank you. Reset. Reset. Come out. There we go. That's better. Having a couple of it. Oh, one headlight's still not done. I don't know what's going on there. Little bit of a buggy. A buggy wuggy. No, just reset. There we go. That took a minute. I do apologise. Let's take a seat inside and see if we can see throughout that. We can just about see throughout that. That's fine. Could have maybe been a little bit darker, but I don't really want to go higher than 80 on it. So there we go. Let's get in and top these liquids up in here. We're going to need all of this. Well, I mean, we won't need the wishy-washy reservoir fluid, but wishy-washy reservoir fluid? Wishy-washy fluid. It's good to have it, though. Fill you up there. Fill you up there. What else have we got? Brake servo. And then it's just a radiator in it. Oh, and obviously the engine block. Now, see, imagine if I was trying to paint the full engine as well. We'd still be here for another 3 or 4 hours, probably. Maybe not quite that long, but it wouldn't be far off. Let's get you filled up, and let's go and do something with this. Where do we want to take it? Drag strip, racetrack, gravel track. Drag strip or racetrack. Let me know. Where do you want to go? Well, we do got to get it dynoed first, obviously, so we'll go and do that now. We've got to tune the carburettor first, or the carburettors. Anyone remember how I say to do this? I can't even get it right now, he says. Oh, wait, that was it, with them all balanced. Carson wants it on the drag strip. There we go. That took me a minute to do that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, this is taking a while. Why won't this one balance? There we go. Just took a moment. Right, that's 2 ECUs done. We're not going to do anything with the gearbox. Ghost Dragon drag strip, Carson drag strip. Looks like we're going to take it on the drag strip. I forgot to put oil in the engine because I'm an idiot. Strip. Oil in the engine. And we'll get this one on the drag strip. We'll enter a quick tournament. I'm not going to do any test running. We're just going to dyno it, slap it on the drag strip, give it a go, and then I'm going to call it a night. Do appreciate everyone joining me. It's been a lot of fun. I've definitely enjoyed it. And I will be definitely doing some streaming in the future. I hope you're looking forward to it, because I definitely am. 307 factory horsepower. That engine sounds fantastic. From the Cadillac Fleetwood. What have we added today? Well, you're tired. I am very tired. It's been a long couple of days, but it's been a long day, I can tell you that. 307 factory horsepower. How much have we added with our performance parts and our little bit of a carburetor tuning that I messed up massively, but we got it done in the end. An extra 304, 99%. I'm happy with that. That's working quite well. B337 on the drag rating and 610 total horsepower. There we go. That made a funny noise when I left. Don't know what that was, but there we go. Let's get it onto the drag strip and see what we can do with our beautiful little Cadillac Fleetwood once we've aligned the wheels. Smart. I'm doing so well live streaming. Maybe I should stick to video editing. where I can cut all of these bits out. But then I suppose they kind of makes it a little bit, doesn't it? Close enough. Close enough. Now we can take this one to the drag strip and swap it with the wrong car, but never mind. We're going to take it nonetheless. Let's get going. Let's drive this beast to the drag strip and see what she'll do. Obviously, I'm used to saying that before clicking the button and then stopping recording and stuff and not having anyone listen to any of the absolute nonsense I will say in this part. Quick sip of tea. In the words of Biffa. I'm sure many other people throughout history have said a quick sip of tea, but it always makes me think of Biffa when I hear that. King of the Sands. As a live stream, Ghost Dragon, or just as some redos of some of the older ones? Especially since I've got some of the mods, like some of the older ones would definitely be improved. I do agree with that. We do a quarter mile. We're in B class, so we go B class. And we'll pay our 800. Who have we got? Skin Gravel's in with us. Just Sam. You saw him earlier on in the stream if you were here. Do I recognise anyone else? Apologise if I don't recognise anybody. Cope the Koala. I think that's about it. I'm not sure. Let's go. First race against the Dodge Viper GTS SR2. It is the off-road edition, though, so we might have a chance. But it is driven by Skin Gravel, so who knows? We know we can do some cool builds. I think we're probably going to lose to that Viper, if I'm being truly honest. Race 1 as we do. Just as a straight up redo. Okay, you'd like to see some of the older builds. Have you got anything in particular you'd like to see, Ghost Dragon? Off the line. First race. I really should have done some tests first. We're beating the Viper, though. There's the cut-off. Oh, no, we're not. Was that on me? That was on me. That was on me. That was definitely on me for a bad gear change. There we go. We're going to start a new competition because I'm not having that. Awful. Especially with just Sam going through to the next round. I don't want to place any bets. Thank you. Suppose it doesn't really make any money, does it? Nah, we didn't make it through anyway. We'll start another quick tournament because I really messed that one up. This is why I always do a little test run first. Test the gear tune. Make sure it's working. There we go. Now who've we got? Our first race is against the Lit Edition at BMW. Got Fritz up there. And Pac-Man. Nice to see Pac. Oh, Barker's in there as well. Great Barker. I mean, he's left now, but never mind. Let's crack on against the BMW M3 E46 Lit Edition. Will we be able to win? Let's go see. Hopefully I'll do better than the last one and get a good gear change. Because I think that messed us up, the bad gear change. At least that's what I'm blaming it on anyway. Not just the fact that we were against a Viper. Bit of external view for this one. Come on, Cadillac. Let's not lose this. The F button doesn't see work. Oh, no, we're not. It's just got low ends. This is why we do gear tunes. So, Police Bronco. I'm writing some notes down for Ghost Dragon here. Police Bronco. The Christine again, obviously. Christine and a blue 1970-ish. That's going to be a fun one to find. Any more information on the blue 1970-ish? Well, there we go. We entered 2 tournaments and I lost in the first round both times. I'm blaming the car and myself for not doing a gearbox tune. So there we go. I am going to call it a night now, though. I have appreciated you all being here. It's been a lot of fun, especially for a test stream, just to see if I could get it all to work. But I have definitely enjoyed it. Streaming is fun. I think with a bit more I'm trying to, what is the word I'm looking for? A bit more like advertising, letting people know that we're going to do it, and a bit more promotion in the meantime to say I'm going to be doing it, which I will be working on tomorrow, and it'll be good. But yes, I'm going to call it quits on this stream here now, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. It's been a lot of fun for me. I know I've definitely enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I've really enjoyed it. It's been great fun doing this in here today. I hope the guys of you that have joined us, stuck around for a bit, have definitely enjoyed it. We will be doing more. I don't know if I'm going to go major into the live streaming, but we will definitely be doing more live streaming in the future. I don't know if it's going to be my main goal. I like doing videos. The bucking bronco. Oh, the other I see the other bronco. Got ya. All right, I can I don't think I'll do both Broncos, but we'll definitely redo the blue Bronco, slightly older one. Maybe I can do a police showcase at some point where I do a couple of the different police cars and we like see which is the best police car, maybe that sort of thing. For that, as far as Christine, there's no problem at all with another Christine build in the near future. We shall see. But there we go. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. It's been a lot of fun. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. I will be back with a live stream tomorrow at 6 p.m. And we'll see how it goes. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining. I hope you had a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun. It's been a pleasure talking to you all, chatting live. And I shall see you all in the next one. Thank you.